We're going to have another quick look at cast iron. This is a pan. So in my series of 3 videos, one of the rules I said was minimize contact with water. But I realized after the fact that I didn't want to give the impression that you can't put water in there. So I'm going to show you something I do quite a lot. This pan I used last night for supper to cook some ribs in. I didn't do any kind of sauce with the ribs. I just cooked them just like that with a bit of salt and pepper and paprika. You can see there's still a fair bit of fat in there. So I use my flat nose spatula and give it a scrape. Now, I didn't drain the fat. Normally pork fat and chicken fat I save in mason jars to use because it's really yummy. Beef fat I don't find tastes so great. I didn't drain this last night because there wasn't a whole lot of fat. But if you want to, you can see there's probably a couple of tablespoons of fat. What I could do at this point is I could put that in my mason jar, and I might actually save it just in case, and then melt that in the microwave and pour it through a coffee filter, and you'll get some filtered fat out of it. A couple of tablespoons might be worth it, might not be. So because of the way I cook the ribs, there's a number of areas here, there's stuff kind of cooked down on there. So what I find you do is you run it under the water, under hot water, really hot, because it'll usually melt. It'll be hot enough to melt the fat and let the fat flow away, what little bit is left in there. Run it under hot water and scrape it with the flat spatula, and then it's considered clean. You give it a wipe afterwards with the sponge. So again, minimize contact with water, but you don't gotta, it's okay to use some water on there. So I'm gonna let that get hot, and basically so you can see here's one little area where there's still something stuck on there. I'm just showing you. Most of it is clean now, and I'll just give this another little rub. The water loosens it up. Works really well. Alright, so we're done. At this point, the most important part is dry it off as quickly as you can. Don't even let it air dry. So either give it a wipe with a towel, which you may not want to do because you might get your towel greasy. I'll just give that a little wipe like that with a sponge to get any extra grease off of there. And just like I showed in my other video, I'll put that on the burner of the stove now, put it on about 3, and let it dry out on top of the stove, and Bob's my uncle. And that's about it. And it's ready to go for next time around. It's nice and clean, and dry it out, and we're done. So I'll show you filtering the fat too, even though there wasn't much there. You can see I kind of ruined this filter. Ideally you want a stainless steel filter, and I've been looking around for one. If you have the fat too hot when you do this, it'll melt the plastic obviously, and I ruined this one doing that. I don't think the fat is too hot at this point. I just nuked it in the microwave for like 20 seconds, and basically that's all you do is let it go through like that, give it time to drip through, and you're done. Then you will have, like I said, I save up my pork fat and my chicken fat. I mix it all in one jar and I keep it in the fridge. You could keep the two separate if you want. I find they have a good flavor when they're mixed. And basically that's what you got for frying, or you could put it on toast, make popcorn with it. Really good stuff. And so that's, we're only going to get not even a half a teaspoon out of that or whatever. I just wanted to show you for the sake of showing you how to do it.